Now, a lot of the WWE universe would have seen this superstar make a massive impact when they defeated Jiro in a very dominant effort in the 2021 Breakout Tournament. Please welcome my guest at this time, the one and only Duke Hudson. Duke, how you going, brother?
I'm hungry, but I'm always hungry.
Mate, that's what we like to hear, dude. And it's so good to see another Aussie doing some good stuff in the WWE at the moment. And you kicked off the 2021 Breakout Tournament. And I got to say, for a lot of fans, it was the first time we've seen you in action, and it did turn a lot of heads. It got noticed. So, are you planning on using this tournament to maybe cement yourself in NXT?
I think I have to. Opportunity doesn't come around every day, especially here, and second chances are never promised. So when they told me that Duke Hudson was going to be in the 2021 NXT Breakout Tournament, I said, okay, I am going to do everything I can to make sure that they remember the name Duke Hudson. And they put me out as the first match of the entire Breakout Tournament, which is odd to me, because normally you save the best for last. But obviously we're doing things a little differently this year, which is okay.
Yeah, it's something a little bit different. Give them the main event, not the teaser trailer beforehand. But look, you didn't just impress the fans. I mean, Triple H and Shawn Michaels made some pretty cool comments on your match after your win. Now, you've got a two-time Hall of Famer in Triple H and arguably the greatest WWE superstar ever, giving you some massive kudos here. Does that put any pressure on you moving forward?
No, I just retweeted it and I moved on. No, it's definitely very cool and not something I was expecting. But look, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, they want to put on the best product possible. They want to put on the best episode of NXT every single week, right? And I think that if they are giving Duke Hudson a shot to be a part of NXT, then I am going to try and give them the best show possible, the best version of me possible, the best character, the best storyline, the best everything. I truly believe that I have a lot to offer. And if they're going to trust me, if they're going to put their trust in me, I'm going to deliver at any given opportunity. It doesn't matter if it's a 20-minute match, doesn't matter if it's a 10-second backstage segment. It does not matter. Time in front of the camera with Duke Hudson is time well spent. So I want to give them the best show possible, and I want them to put their trust in me so that I can have the career that I want to have.
Well, the thing is, there is such a huge list of talent in NXT alone, and we've seen some big names, not just like Aussie superstars going to make a big name for themselves on Raw and SmackDown, but just within NXT, that ecosystem within the blue and not blue, within the yellow and black ropes. I mean, who are some of the names that you've got on the hit list there? Like, is there anyone that you ultimately got the crosshairs on?
Honestly, the smaller the better, because I really enjoy throwing people. And it's normally fun to see, in a safe manner, of course, how far I can throw them. I've done it before and I'll do it again. I love throwing people and just kind of trying to beat my own personal record. Names off the top of my head would probably be like Adam Cole, because he's a little arrogant, and I don't like arrogant people. Bronson Reed is definitely someone I would like to lock horns with, just because I think there's this unspoken rivalry between the two of us. He thinks he's better. I know I'm better. So hopefully we get the opportunity to take care of that and to see who is really better out of the two of us.
Well, man, you talk about running roughshod and throwing people around. I mean, there's a growing number of superstars on Raw and SmackDown that you could very easily manhandle. I mean, if you went to SmackDown, I fear for Rey Mysterio. That's all I'm saying.
I fear for Dominic Mysterio. Look, Rey Mysterio is small, but he's got to, how many years has he been doing this? He's a very experienced individual. Duke Hudson is someone that will sometimes take the easy road, and I think that would be the younger, dumber Dominic Mysterio.
Now, one thing that especially as an Australian, is something that I always take a lot of pride in. There's a growing number of Australian superstars that are in the WWE, but there's an even larger amount that hail from South Australia. I mean, we've had guys from the bigger cities like Melbourne and Sydney make their mark on the WWE, but I don't think there's a city in Australia that's got a higher success rate than Adelaide has. Now, I know we're all representing the land down under and we're all one big happy family, but do the South Australian contingent just have that little bit of a, yeah, that's right. Look at us. We're the ones that are lifting this game for everyone down under.
I think so. I think Melburnians, look, and I did live in Melbourne for a bit, but I do think Melburnians think pretty highly of themselves. And there's always been this issue between Melbourne and Adelaide, I think. And I am an Adelaide-grown homeboy, so I'm always going to pick the side of Adelaide. Yeah, look, Bronson and I, we started together years ago. We started in NXT together. Rhea Ripley, for crying out loud, she literally grew up watching me. And that makes me feel old because she's on Raw as the women's, former women's champion. So, I mean, look, I think Adelaide, out of all the Australians, has produced the best quality in superstars, Bronson, Rhea, and I. And we're not done yet, and this is only just the beginning for Duke Hudson, right? So imagine what you're going to think in 5 years' time.
Well, I want to try and sow a few seeds of dissent amongst you South Australians, because I know that Adelaide's very much a two-horse town when it comes to Australian rules football. And I know Rhea Ripley's thrown her support behind the Adelaide Crows. She sent a shout out to the AFLW team before their grand final. I spoke to Bronson Reed a while back, and I know that he's a very, very passionate power supporter. I mean, for crying out loud, the man dug up prison bars, and I don't think that's been seen since like 1870. But what about yourself, man? Are you a power or a Crows man?
I'm a bit of a bit of a Crows boy myself.
Jeez, you're just keeping that one on the down low a little bit.
Yeah, it keeps me warm on those sad nights when I actually watch them play.
Well, man, I can't really. You've got the one up on me because I'm a proud St Kilda supporter, and you guys got the chocolates against us.
I need to actually watch a bit more this year. I think there's some years where I tune out a bit, and it's because it is a love-hate relationship with the Pros. I'm always going to follow it, but they make me wait. You know what I mean? Like, I'm kind of glad I was alive for the two back-to-back grand finals, because I don't know if I'm going to see another one.
I tell you, I'm kind of not glad that I was around for one of those back-to-back grand finals. But we'll move away from football for a little bit, because talking about Bronson Reed, you mentioned that you guys have got a pretty good history, and I remember locally here in Melbourne seeing you guys at one of the local events here. Wrestling as a tag team, and he's had a hell of a run in NXT right now. He's won the North American Championship. He's appeared on a couple of takeovers, had a huge feud with Johnny Gargano. We're taking on Adam Cole in NXT in just a few hours' time, in 24 hours' time. But any chance we could see you guys maybe get back together and tear it up in the WWE?
Duke Hudson is an opportunist, and if that's what's going to sell tickets and that's what's going to make Duke Hudson money, then Duke Hudson would do it. Is it something that I want to do? Yes, but I don't think the time is right. Duke Hudson, especially with the history that I have with Bronson Reed, I would much rather try to take him down a step, trying to take it down a notch. Because I think his ego is getting a little bit too big. Because again, as you said, he's done takeovers. He's made a name for himself in NXT. But I definitely think that Duke Hudson deserves to be above Bronson Reed. So I would rather take him down a notch and then put him in line and kind of take him under my wing. And I don't think that's what people expect, because he's been a part of NXT for a while and I haven't. But look, just because I'm not your favorite superstar yet, it doesn't mean I won't be.
And you talk about having to humble Bronson. I mean, you're just the bloke to do it. I can tell you that. But before I let you go, Duke, it has been a while since you've been back home, and I've spoken to Bronson. I've spoke to Rhea about this too. There's a whole bunch of stuff that you guys very locally miss in Adelaide. Things like your Farmers Unionised coffee, Villies, things like that. But when you can finally get back home and come down and see the WWE universe here in Australia, what's one of the first things you're going to hunt down when you get back to Adelaide?
If I was coming straight to Adelaide, I would go to Glenelg Beach. I would get a Euros and a Golden Gate time, and I would be set for 48 hours.
Well, until that can happen, man, what we'll do is we'll try and forward to the Performance Centre like a case of fruit chocks or something, just to keep you guys going.
Yeah, good. We need them.
But Duke Hudson, it's been an absolute pleasure, man. I can't wait to see what you're going to be doing in NXT. You did a stellar effort. We were so proud of you. A little bit, maybe you could have dulled down the smugness just a tad, but I'm not going to offer too much advice there.
Yeah. Stay in your lane. No, I appreciate it.
It's good to chat, man, and hopefully we'll see more of you on NXT in years to come.
Thank you very much.